I started off by saying this was my best year ever because it was my best year spiritually. But even kind of just thinking about that and looking past, I'm dumbfounded just by the goodness of God. I have just certain things that I've adopted that I do every year. One of the things that I do at the end of the year is I just write a list of things that I'm believing God for in the following year. Another thing that I do is every day as I'm reading my Bible, I just jot down just different revelations that He gives me through the Word, not for messages or anything like that, but literally for survival, just to build my own faith and my own strength. And just recently, I came across that note card of things that I was believing God for in 2013. And here, sitting at the end of the year, almost every single one of them have come to pass. One of the things that I was believing God for, I was like, God, we need a staff at Destiny Harvest. I can't do this by myself. And to see the amazing people that God has brought on board, I was praying, God, we need interns that are full of passion, full of zeal. One of the things that was on my list is, God, I want to hear your voice more clearly than I have ever heard you before. And I'm telling you, this year, I have heard God's direction through His Word, through His tangible voice, through spiritual authority like never before. One of those instances at a Catalyst in September, we said we're going to set this time up for God to speak. We're going to call it He Still Speaks. We're going to teach about the voice of God, and then we're going to position ourselves to hear the voice of God. Now, I've prophesied before, I've spoken before, but not as often as I would like. And we just set up about 40 minutes in the middle of the service to say, either God's going to speak through us or we're going to sit here completely silent and nothing's going to happen. And I remember praying and fasting, and then the night came, and when that moment came, I'm telling you, it was like someone turned on a fountain. Like, it was just so clear how God was directing me and just leading me. And then to hear people testify afterwards of how God had spoken to them and how He had encouraged them. There was about 2 or 3 instances this year just like that I have never experienced God speak to me or through me so closely. I think one of the greatest things you say, it's been your best year spiritually. What has shaped the year? 3 things I would say. The first thing was the 21 days of fasting that I started the year off with. I fast a lot. I fast every single week. I do an extended fast yearly. I love fasting. It's just been a major part of my life. But I can't say I've ever experienced a fast like I did in 2013. Over those 21 days, I literally saw God move in my life supernaturally. During those 21 days, I got engaged. My mother passed away. Just so many things happened in that time, and I truly believe that God was able to keep me steady, keep me on a firm foundation because of my pursuit and my just hunger for Him in that season. The other thing this year that's just blown my mind is what God has shown me through His Word. I don't know, I'm sure Destiny Harvest knows this, but I am so excited about God's Word just because every time I read it, something new just jumps out at me that transforms my life. And finally, and this has just kind of been an area of my life forever, worshiping God. I've had moments just by myself, just playing and singing to God, where I've literally just heard Him speak and give direction. I think about moments in church on Sunday mornings or Saturday nights where the band has just been worshiping. Literally, I sometimes don't even know how I get there, but I just find myself on my knees and just worshiping God, and just to sense His presence, almost like water lapping up on a seashore, just waves of His glory, waves of His presence. I am telling you, I'm excited about what God is doing in the church. I'm excited about what He's doing in my life, but my mind is blown that God truly not only loves me, but desires to walk with me, to speak with me, to be with me every single day of my life. I could tell anybody anything, I will tell them this: I don't know what you're experiencing. Maybe your year was more difficult than mine. Maybe it was better than mine. I don't know what your life is looking like, but I know this: no matter the hurdle, no matter the situation, no matter the circumstance, if you would make your number one priority to know God like never before, I am telling you, every year will be your best year.